Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the exercise for the mock test 2. So this is a given topology. So this ping network is staff network, and the network address is this 10.1.1.0/24, and this one is 10.3.1.0/24, and the IP address of this PC1 staff is this. And the IP address of the PC3 is already the telnet has been configured in the R1 and the R3. So let's directly go to the question number 1, exercise 1. Configure a standard access list on R1 and R3 VTY lines. Permit the host PC1 to be able to have telnet access. Deny PC3. Deny all other connection items. So only PC1 should be allowed to access um, the router 1 and router 3. Okay, and let's go into the CLI command. Enable big T. Okay, IP. Sorry, access list. So access list 1. Permit 192.1.6. Sorry, 10.1. So we have to allow the specific system. So host 10.1.1.1. Okay, so access list 1, permit host 10.1.1. Then okay, access list 1, deny host 10.3.1.1. But this deny statement is not necessary, because if you don't permit this system explicitly, then automatically it would be denied. Okay, because if there is no matching statement found in the access list, then the incoming traffic would be, or outgoing traffic would be automatically blocked as far as the access list is concerned. So whether you put this statement or not, it's optional. Okay, if you want to put, even if you don't include this deny, automatically the deny will be invoked automatically. Okay, so now we have created the access list. Okay, then we have to apply this access list. So line VTY 015. Okay, access class, access list number is 1 to the incoming traffic. Okay, and right. So we have applied the access list, which we allow only the 10.1.1. to access this router 1. Let's check this now. Telnet Okay, so what's the IP of this system? FA0/0. Okay, then just put the mouse over the router. FA 0/0 10.1.1.254. So 10.1.1.254. Okay, the default password is Cisco. So we are able to connect to the router through the telnet from the PC1. Let's try this one. It's telnet 10.1.1.254. So connection refused by the remote host. Okay. Um, so now let's try this router. Okay, so the interface is FA0/0 and enable 50 IP access list one permit host 10.1.1.1. Okay, so here I don't implicitly, I mean, sorry, I am not adding the deny statement for the 10.3.1.0 because automatically they deny all the other traffic which doesn't have the matching statement in the access list would be denied. So and right. Okay, so we have to apply this to the VTY line VTY 015. Okay, access class one, access class one, one. So we have applied now this in this router 3 and we allow the 10.1.1. Okay, so let's find what is the IP address to connect. So we will connect through this IP address. The IP address is 10.3.0.2. Take some time, just a minute. So now let us try to connect with this router 10.3.0.2. Telnet 10.0.3.2. IP correct. 10.3.0.2. Telnet 10.3.0.2. Password Cisco. So we are able to connect to this router from the PC1 and it is cloud. Now we'll try to connect from this router. 10.3.0.2. connection is refused. So uh, the task one is completed. So the router one and the router three, okay, through the VTY Telnet, only PC1 is allowed, PC3 is not allowed. Okay, so we are able to finish the task number one. So task one is completed. Task two. So using the extended access list on router 2, complete the following requirements. So this is the router 2. Okay. The LAN connected to the R3 is for students' computer labs. So make sure that your access control list prevents the LAN attached R3 from reaching the LAN out. So from the LO network, from the students network, there should not be any traffic going towards the ping network, that is a staff network. And um, we have to create extended access list and we have to apply the extended access list in the R2 because it has been mentioned, okay, that we have to create the extended and we have to apply on the R2. So obviously in this interface, the interface is SE 0 dash 0 slash 1 0, okay, the incoming traffic. So let's create 150. Just I want to check whether we have to use the number or name. So no such details are given. So I show you how to create the access list using a number. Okay, access list. Okay, access list. I am using 110. Okay, then we have to deny. We have to deny. Okay, traffic from the students network to the staff network. So the student network is this. The source is, so deny IP traffic. Okay, source 10 dot p dot 1 dot 0. Then wildcard mask, since it is slash 24, the wild mask is 255, 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 255. Extended access list means you have to put the source and then you have to go for the destination. So destination is 10 dot 1 dot 1 dot 0 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 255. Okay. Um, so we have denied the traffic from yellow into the ping network. Okay, then um, permit the OSPF traffic on R2. So access list 110 permit OSPF any, and then all network traffic destined to TCP port should be allowed. So from the LO network, okay, any traffic which is passing through this router R2, okay, if the traffic is going to some destination uh, which has uh, some destination like towards web traffic, Okay, it should be allowed. So access list 110 permit TCP because 80 is HTTP traffic. In application layer, HTTP uses TCP in the transport layer. So we use TCP. Any source, any destination, okay, the port number equal 80. If the port number is equal to 80, okay, then allow the traffic. And then any other traffic should be denied. So no need to put that because implicitly this statement comes at the end, access list. Access list 110 deny IP any. So any other traffic is not allowed. So now we have two interfaces. I mean, in the router 2, we have three interfaces. AC 0/0/1 and another one is AC 0/1/0 and then okay, so AC 0/0. Since please try to understand, this is the LO network. So we are configuring the access list to control the traffic starting from the LO network. So this is the source network. So for the source network, if you want to control, the nearest router is R3. So you can apply here in this interface. Okay, since in the exercise it has been mentioned that you would have to apply the extended access list in the router 2. Then, okay, for the LO network, the nearest interface is this AC 0/0/1. So you have to apply this in that interface. So go to the interface serial 0/0/1. Okay, then access group the access list number to the incoming traffic. Okay, so the mistake is I forgot to add the IP here. So to the incoming traffic. So to the SE 0/0/1, this interface. Okay, so you have to apply to the incoming traffic because from the LO network, okay, the traffic goes to the router R2 through the SE 0/0/1 through the incoming traffic, not through the outgoing traffic. Is it clear to you? So now we have applied this. So we can, for example, let me try to access this from the LO network, that is the students network. We are able to access because we allow the traffic with the port number 80, the web traffic we allowed. So we are able to access the web traffic. And if you try to ping, it will be failing because any other traffic is not allowed. And similarly, if you try to reach from here to here, it is not allowed. So any traffic from LO to ping is not allowed. So we are not able to ping. However, the web traffic is allowed through this interface. And also the OSPF communication also is allowed to pass through. So this is the exercise number 2. We have completed exercise number 2 also. Now we go on to the exercise number 3. This is also extended access list. So again, I repeat, extended access list means it will you can include the protocols like IP, TCP, UDP, the source network address or the source host address or the destination network address or the destination host address, port numbers or the protocols such as SMTP, POP3, uh, so can be used. It is not possible with the standard access list. So next one is block the staff from having communication with the internet, but allow access to all other parts of the network. So the pink network, there is a staff network, is not allowed to access the internet. So please try to understand. This is the border router of an organization. So this router is connecting with the internet. Okay, so we have to apply the access list to this interface. Okay, to the outgoing traffic, SE0 /1/0. So always whenever you want to block the internal network, okay, you don't want to allow some internal network to access the internet, then in that situation, please always go to the border router. And in the border router, the interface that connects the border router with the internet, in that interface, okay, in the outgoing traffic channel, you have to apply the access list. Always keep this rule so it is easy for you to solve any problem. Okay, again I repeat, from the internal network, you don't want some network to access the internet, then you have to configure the access list in the border router, and in the border router, the interface that connects with the internet or the ISP, and in that you have to apply this access list to the outgoing traffic. Okay, so we come here. So let us create the access list. Now I showed you how to create access list using a number. So let me show you how to create the access list using a name. Okay, so IP. So when you want to create access list using name, you should put the word IP access list. You should say whether it is extended or standard. Here it is mentioned in the exercise that you have to create the extended access list. So I'm using the extended access list. Okay, then staff no, okay, internet. So this is the name of the access list. So in the exam, be careful if any name or the number for the access list is given, then you should exactly follow that, and you have to create the access list using the specific number or the specific name. Okay, so we have created the access list name. Now we have to enter the statements. So actually, we don't want this ping network to access the internet. So deny, okay, deny uh, source, deny IP. The source is 10.1.1.0. The wildcard mask is this. Okay, so this is the source and the destination is any. Okay, so deny any IP traffic from this network, source network, from the 10.1.1.0. The destination is any, then it is very important. See, you make a deny state. So if you are living just like that, then what happens? Even if the LO network, I mean the students network, if it is trying to access this server, what happens? Um, what happens is it will affect the traffic. Okay, so you can ask one question: why not we apply the, I mean the ping network here, access list here, because we don't know the destination network address. Okay, we don't know the destination network. Here it is given, okay, but in real time, we don't know, like we don't want to access the internal network. We don't want to, we don't want to give access to the internal network to the outside network. So we don't have a specific outside network address. So in that situations, we have to configure in the border router in the outgoing interface to the internet or to the ISP provider. So here the situation is a little different. Okay, that's why instead of applying the access list here, I go and apply the access list in this interface. So now if you're just living just like that, what happens? Even the traffic which is coming from the yellow network, okay, passing through this interface, that would be blocked. So it shouldn't happen. Okay. So only okay, the traffic from pink is not allowed exiting this interface, but any other network like yellow, it's allowed. So you have to add this statement. Permit IP any. If you forget to add this statement, what happens? All the traffic will be blocked. Okay. So now we have created the access list and okay. So you can see, so run. You can see the access list here. Staff no internet. So now we have to apply this access list, okay, to this particular interface. AC 0/1/0. Okay, interface FC 0/1/0. Okay, then IP access group. Okay, IP access group. The name of the access list is the name of the access list. Staff no internet. Okay, so that not incoming traffic. So from here, this interface to the outgoing traffic, you have to apply to the outgoing traffic. Any traffic which is coming from the internet to this router 2 is incoming, but from ping, okay, the traffic will exit the router R2 to the internet through the outgoing inter channel. So you have to apply to the outgoing interface. So now we have applied and right. So now let's try to access this system from the ping network. So from the ping network, the access is not allowed. So let's check from the hello network, students network. So from the LR network, we are able to access the public network. So, so exercise 3 also is completed successfully. So that's all I have for this mock 2. Uh, I mean mock exercise 2. Thank you very much.